ain't busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Lock son of a gun. Pay for all I've done. Well, that get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
Boy.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium. USAA, an official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL. Welcome everybody to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's so tight. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. 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 I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. How is it, B? It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. How is it, D? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky, huh? When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme. I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far. A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay. I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. How is that? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. We don't use assume on your own. They offer and lots, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all, but we don't quit. You keep on rock shot, cause this is it.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold never go home. Stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, closing in. I keep going in, going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
Always on my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah.
Better when
Yeah.
I wanna
Yeah.
get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. Chosen one, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
Past be the past, I'm on a new level.
No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. Of a model, that's so typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Train like a god, that's so typical. Still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So don't cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule.
It's so typical, visual, I feel like the one. Yeah, I wake up every morning and thank God for my lungs. Cause I'm breathing so good, I know I don't have to run. When you're looking this good, no one can tell you to jump, to swim. Yeah, I'm trying to ride the wave, I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake, I'm trying to walk away. I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used to change.
Of a model, that's so typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Train like a god, that's so typical. Still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So don't cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule.
These restless eyes of mine will sit in to my heart and sugar. In a jumbled life of glitter, dream hit concrete, mind all jerk up. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts, I'll pop through north to the voice, get bored. Endless stairs in a sinking door, I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically every day, can't call it shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state, the worries daily. But if I link my G's, it goes away down honey lane. I gallivant with darling, baby, jet.
Of a model, that's so typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Train like a god, that's so typical. Still modest, so typical. Of a model, that's so typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Train like a god, that's so typical. Still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it.
Here on this pod 29, 26. I'm gonna slow steal right at the game. That's okay. Super chat. I want to thank everyone. E. Fitz, Tom Booth, D. White.
What's happening? What's happening?
Shares the strength.
What you done?
737 in the house.
What's up, Sean Paul?
Let's see.
Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time to turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it.
Right before the show there, guys. Appreciate it to the fullest. Hands up. In-house truckers. Where they are maybe to see everybody with Bible, Rumble, and Facebook. So right now, I may add another one here in the coming weeks. Between the Rumble and Marketplace every night. See Tip, Sierra, again, I every Jim. I hope all is well. We got a lot to cover here this evening. Let's do it in 2 hours, as I always try to do. Sometimes we still but try to knock it out as quick, as smoothly as possible here. We got some things to talk about. You can see in the title there, some disclosure, deception, some Peter Thiel, Argentina, some stuff connected to the U.S. military, Israeli military. We're going to look at all that. Watch from Down 7 at yahoo.com. It's an email. And tap me like who cares, just do it. It lights it up in red. Gets my attention. And thank you again for one of the shorts. And for the super chats, coffees, all that. Appreciate the fullest. Get this show rolling. I'm going to start off here with a little space weather. And what I'm going to point out with this is not only is the sun literally the sun's rays, I mean like all of them. We can catch an exfoliate or some solid activity here anytime. Anytime. But the big thing I want to point out here is that if you got clear sky in the evening, when the sun goes down, like tonight, step outside, look west. Venus and Jupiter are converging in a twilight sky, and here on the west coast, this should have no obstruction. Just been looking out there over the ocean. They say that this conjunction is going to get closer and closer to its entire conjunction on Jupiter. You're going to be able to see this little setup in the sky. I will click on this one right there. You can see where Jupiter is, Venus there, and Mercury.
On the best, we don't dead mess. I bet you can't do it like this. Yeah, I'm back to the track.
Jupiter is Venus there, Mercury.
1, 2 step, then you gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it in the A time.
Sometimes when these things move for loud, they can look like a big bright object in the sky. All of its light coming together, which is an almost that. Let's go to Jeff Bezos' disaster down at Cape Canaveral. They went to launch with a shot launch distance. The other up close. See here, alright, this one from a distance. I'll zoom this in. Look, you can see that someone in a flight, JetBlue flight, caught this out their window. This is what it looks like from that distance. Man, the layer of life on this plane is so thin between the cloud deck and the ground. It's crazy, it's so thin. Kids up. Much love. I appreciate it to the fullest.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Katy Perry and all those true space in that. It was so fake. There was nothing relation. When they came back in, and they touched down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the next thing you know, they show this thing pear-shaped, like it just didn't rain. Out in the desert. Came out of parachute.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. No pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt, the former Texan and Cardinal, in there to record the sack. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
So there is apparently a threat.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Well, I believe this when I see it again with all the space stuff and everything. Look, I'm a pretty firm believer that there
on
is
4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
It's spoken about many times.
A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return, and the Texans will take over.
This place is very
looking to put a drive together.
Specific numbers. Ready?
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still, a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
But if that's not the case, we should still see this thing, especially our out formats, coming up with a period. Does not matter. Now, they'll say they're going to the backside of the mat. Still don't matter. Like, there should be a time and all this stuff that we should be able to figure out, like, when they're going to be coming up with that. Here recently, they told us that Artemis went up and they did this little slingshot, went up around the moon and came back from Bez. And a person on this planet that is so caught on film, and you've got an image of them circling around the moon up there. Not one. Not. In this day and age, that's a big huge. Again, theatrics. Now, I know we can give them subspace, but from what I can tell,
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Yellow, 22. I see that. Chance to hold back that. Been busy, but let's see.
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. 3rd and 12. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Again, Dobbins trying the right side. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3.
Here we go.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the action. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Texans post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
These cats, let's go pull out a couple things real quick.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2.
Hey, 26.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. 7 yards there, 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
He's up here. So sweet.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And brought down, but able to get it to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they get back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. It looks like they'll move things around here.
26.
The same center seems to be
Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down at the 21 or 22. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Rodgers with a keeper. I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him?
It's all connected. It all goes back. I told you. These kids, they don't know they get down to here. They did, as the story's told, because human frequency started to kill them. It was parasitic. It's so low vibration. Vibration. Literally, within the making, it was starting to it tastes good. And it like they were doing those were the Kings list. It goes all the way down. Everything that you know, the Giants, all of everything that's ever said. But you see all these stories that want like that's why that's why because I love them now. And many times, it's circling around. Did you see that all these ancient stories, not only do they talk about things like the flood and just give their different names, but to point out certain things that you should pay attention to. So that is simply that was pulled into position. It's not from here. To position in hollowed in nature. It seems to be a mechanism is everything new. So it's so sad. Big time. When you look back, it's pretty odd here that it don't let the center, heavenly center. And you have to it's crazy because you just see this pattern over and over that that's what they've hit. That's exactly what goes on here. But even Jesus spoke on it clearly. He talked about the archons that are there to deceive you, to turn you back. And even all these other places, the Egyptian Book of the Dead talks about people that are just loved ones. They show up, try to give you comfort and all this, and it says that you not fall.
Yeah.
We've got knowledge. It's hidden everywhere. And every single one of these places said the same thing about the archons. And there's different depictions on how the whole thing goes down. But look, before I shut this down, look at who is on the right here. Then son and the king of Uruk, they had a son. And guess who he was?
The sun is up, so wet it down. Get your money up. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last long. Don't have the time and the obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here, boy, for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got rich to it that they say with a what. Bring out the and the hit a load of the place with them car. I see the bums that be wishing we end in the ditch of the plan that's here, man. I see the love that we give and the love that we give. And sure everything come up for circle. We're from nothing to something, got all of us up in it that we make on that.
We are just around 10 miles south of downtown.
You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all day long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offensive defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we'll see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye. Here's J.K. Dobbins. Good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So to speak, as I see it, it's the agency have said
from the 29. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 45. Wide.
Now they'll set up to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
A run with Dobbins. And they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup up front.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5. He'll give it to Dobbins. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
This one on target for Johnson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Texans.
And we've seen this offense play at such a high level all season, Mike. There's no reason to expect anything different here in the playoffs. And now they can continue to let this crowd get into the game, turn the game over to their defense, let them play with a lead at home with the home crowd. And you're feeling really good about how the rest of this game can play out.
Cowboys nothing. Morton Anderson to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Garner. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he will score. Randy Moss. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
This one taken at the 10. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
Here's Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it 2nd down and 11.
Watch out now. Ready. Yellow, 43. Field, black.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
3rd and 15.
They'll look to throw. Going up top. That one underthrown and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
I'm a big fan, Mike, of quarterbacks willing to take chances. I don't want my guys sitting there scared to throw the ball downfield. But as always, it does come with a little bit of balance. He tried to get that one all in one throw and just doesn't get quite enough pace on it, and it ends up going the other way.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Escaping the danger, throwing, and completing. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now the veteran, it's Cordero Patterson. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
2 minutes to play. First half. All tied at 7. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
This is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes.
It looked like that zone coverage had his head floating and spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. This one intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
And after that promising decent drive, but just a really disappointing end. I mean, everything was going so well. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection, and then he just gets a little too aggressive with the decision-making, and it can turn around in a snap.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate. Like, we sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
A pick up there of 28 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. No one else. He's hit after the catch to the ball. Comes free. And the Texans are going to come up with it.
Like, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your back. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Now he'll air one out. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10.
Black, 95. Ready.
He'll drop the throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Ready.
Now it's Dobbins. And some good blocking. Bringing a gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
The 6-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Yellow, 43. 6, mega, hut.
Back to throw. That one is beyond the pylon. Rob Gronkowski. Touchdown, Houston.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode like at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Morton Anderson.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Darnold down on 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Anderson.
One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. This one is going to sail through the end zone. Fourth down. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Big Sheldon Rankins. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. Throwing, Darnold. Trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a first down?
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out drops.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Darnold to the air once more. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, looking end zone, but it's out of the reach of the receiver, and incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up. Darnold to throw. That's holding at the 2. To the goal line and in. Randy Moss. Touchdown Cowboys. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Cowboys draw closer here. It's 21-14. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Ready?
On the ground, here's Dobbins. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
That one complete to Johnson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. First down for Houston.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Down. Ready?
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Now give on the ground, and he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot. It's going to be enough to move the chains. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll keep this on the zone read. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end.
On the ready.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
Ready. Black 40. Ready.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's got it! And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Rob Gronkowski. Touchdown, Texans. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. The extra point, up and good. And the Texans have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Throwing on first and 10 is Darnold. And that one is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there?
That shows you can still they got somewhere to go and they stick the ball.
Darnold. Caught by Jefferson on the right side.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to play.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. To throw again is Darnold. Flush to his right. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Another try, second and 10. Here's Darnold again. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here is first and goal. They'll drop to throw. Forced out wide. He's going to a second effort, and he is in. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back. And it's not going to be easy.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
These numbers are steady.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Real quick. Baby on that rapid pay the bills. And now I'm feeling not even a little bit. Hold on. Know yourself, know your worth. My ass been louder than my words.
Down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost the yard there. Now we get a timeout by the defense. Clock stops with a minute 50 left in the game.
Yellow, 22. Black ultra.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. In a comfortable couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's done his man, complete to Johnson. They gain 18 yards on the ball. It's good for a Texans first down.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
This is not required much thinking to intimidate your jobs. Potentially in danger. Especially
he'll look to throw.
Joe.
That's caught over the middle by Johnson. Second time they've connected on the drive. And this one goes for 17 yards. First and 10.
Yellow.
And the Texans first down.
Down to a knee here, and that'll do it. They have advanced. They are moving on in the playoffs. So it's a win here for the Texans. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They get right back to work for the divisional round.
Everything else can be ran by the 10-10. And there's going to be a point here where, like, they're going to run, you're going to go to a restaurant and then the waitress that rolls up is going to be a robot. And I can already see a nightmare have that there. With the orders getting screwed up and this and that, all that. Like, no. Like, you see, people are going to reject that in certain climates. People are just not going to like it. Yeah. So much like that.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate. But these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. Now, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage. It sets up your play action. It keeps that defense honest.
3rd down, they need 7.
Set, green jack. Blue 32. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
It's a big, strong downfield to Anguka. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready.
Line up the design keeper. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Here's a design run. And they're not going to get him an inch on this 2nd down. Good job containing that run right at the line.
No gain on the play.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He gets it to Fant. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
At the 14-yard line.
Red, black 40. You, yellow, 6, rebel.
From the red zone on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. They wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Looking quickly here.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
I got him, on me.
Shot, 17. Drill green, white, black, blue, black shot. Hut.
Here he is on 3rd and short. That one connects. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but at least so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. All right, penalty pushes them back. They are still out there. They're going to try for 2. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Defense had a chance to plan, now defending this 2-point try.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
6. Texans nothing.
Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with.
60 red.
Working now from the gun. Connects on the crosser. Still has some space inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans tie and can take the lead here in the second. Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans literally won up that opening touchdown drive as they take a 7-6 lead here. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Red, 38. Strike, check, strike.
Now begin with a run by Mixon. He gets absolutely flopped to end that one. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Liam Cohen keeping his kicker on the sidelines here. They're going for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Ready?
And they beat the defense with the throw and get 2 following the touchdown. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 53. Red, yellow. Check, huh?
Airing it out to start this drive. And put everything he's got behind it. Brought in inside the 20. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Black, 95. White, white. Set.
Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
And it's 3rd.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. He is rocked. That ball's free. Jets pick it up. There he goes. Right sideline. And Jacksonville makes a house call. Touchdown. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
Able to hear the coaches up here in the booth, scoop and score. I think you can read the lips of the players on the sideline, scoop and score. There was no thought to just fall on that one. It hit the deck, and everybody's eyes looked all the way down the field at the other end zone, and they worked in unison to set up a massive, massive scoop and score touchdown.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's going deep! Oh, it's an interception! And the Jaguars have the football back deep on their own side. They're at the 5-yard line. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Starting this drive with a design run. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quiet. Because that run right there gave them enough room from that goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
Come on, set. Ready?
Design quarterback run here. They don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Here we go.
This time looking to throw. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Black shot.
That's why he's always been damage. I've never seen him play for the damage. You see those as they has horns. There's a reason. Now, we're showing that he's a double, so to speak.
Here's the snap on 4th. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
And he'll get it up to the 27. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
33, yellow. 6, mega.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
This business is on.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
It's second down.
Throwing it on second down. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Setting up to throw. Throw left side, complete. This great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Texans.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Starting from the 5. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you, the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. That's exactly what they did.
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run. Intercepted! And the Jaguars get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, now a chance to add to this lead.
Daniel managed 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
45. White.
Pass play now. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I love this game from an offense. Just philosophical, stretching that secondary out with the tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
That's caught for the first. It's in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow?
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Completed over the middle. He's halts in after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Back to throw. Completed right side. And the hit arrived shortly after that football did, but he hangs on for a gain down to the enemy 44.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Houston.
To throw here on 1st down. It is caught left side. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Offense in the hurry up here. Still sticking with the passing game. Second isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their moves now. They aren't going for this. Fourth down, pass coming. He's loaded another one up. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Rich men, bloodsuckers. He wasn't just talking about the Tsar and his court. If you owned any land, or even just a cow, you were in this class with people. This is scavenger thinking, and it infected the third world. In fact, it helped to create dozens of impoverished nations across Africa, Middle East, and South America blamed, and still blame, America and Europe for their failures. Poverty, crime, and corruption in this worldview are solely the result of Western colonization, not their own bad decisions. This ignores the fact that some former colonies like Singapore are thriving, and nations that have modeled themselves after America are among the wealthiest places. And Israel are just a few examples, but none of this matters to scavengers. Anti-Western laws for example, famously wrote, the colonized man is an envious man. There is no nation that does not dream of once a day setting himself up in the center. The only way out of these colonized people to attain justice is rebellion and sin and women. Naturally, according to Fanon, this would involve violence, war, and sequence, red hot cannonballs, and whatnot. Radical Islam, too, is a civilization of scavengers. It is founded on the Western success is a conspiracy designed to drive its own expanding power and a violent overthrow of the West.